Leaving Epic over COVID. That's what a Tulsa parent is doing after she says the school system failed to notify her that her children may have been exposed to the virus. New tonight, News Channel's Burt Momolo reports on questions about protocols.
It's known primarily as a virtual school, but Shelley opted to utilize Epic's in-person option as well for her niece and nephew.
We opted for a minimum of 1 day a week for in-person learning so that we could do the rest from home to avoid exposure.
And exposure to COVID is what she's now worried about after her first grader was at recess with kindergartners.
I was informed via telephone that approximately 2 weeks ago, a kindergartner tested positive and that class was to quarantine. And I know that one of my children had recess with that class because they have a friend in that class that we knew prior to Epic. And their mother is who told me that someone in her child's class had tested positive.
And that's what has her upset, that she learned about all of this from a fellow parent, but not from the school itself.
And in that policy, it additionally says that if there is a situation where a student may have come into contact, that the parents will be notified, and I was not notified.
Epic provided us a statement which says in part, Epic organizes activities inside their physical school sites by classroom so that if a student in one class tests positive, the entire school is not impacted and must be quarantined. We socially distance in the cafeteria and supervise interactions outdoors. We inform parents outside the cohort if their students were in close contact with a student or staff that test positive per CDC protocol of what constitutes close contact.
And I just have a big disconnect on how you can tell me that when you have this group of children and this group of children and then they come and do this outside, how that is, they literally are holding hands, how that is not direct contact.
Unhappy with how the situation has been handled, Shelley is leaving Epic.
We will be withdrawing from Epic, and we're going to be enrolling in another local Tulsa public school.
Burt Momolo, News Channel 8.
Shelley says she's especially worried about her mother catching COVID since she has heart issues and is diabetic.